And third, nobody out. And this is over the head. Actually, must have hit the bat of Kareem Garcia. And a foul ball, and Garcia immediately pops up and screams at Martinez.
Yeah, that was perilously close to his head. Martinez hitting Soriano and Derek Jeter. The last time the Yankees and Red Sox played in a 2-1 game won by the Yankees back in August. Now Joe Torre.
Well, they warned both benches.
I guess it must have nicked the helmet. I thought it hit his bat too.
I thought it hit him in the back.
Really?
It was behind his head.
And Martinez now pointing. That's the wrong thing to do. That's inciting right there. Trying to get himself under control.
Now Ramirez.
That ball's not even close.
You talk about looking for a reason.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. Don Zimmer and Pedro Martinez. Oh.
That's awful.
Don Zimmer, a 72-year-old man, went into Pedro Martinez's face, and Pedro Martinez threw him down.
That's terrible. Awful. That was absolutely awful.
For the start of the bottom of the ninth.
There is absolutely nothing awful about that whatsoever. Don Zimmer, you ran into the beast. You ran into Pedro Martinez in the prime of his career. How dare you, Yankees fans? Go Red Sox. Welcome to the first inaugural edition of Three Dudes Brews, The Last Call. This is our live podcast. Usually you're joining us from a brewery somewhere with beautiful beers in the background and like beautiful shots because it's all nicely done, pre-recorded. Ed puts it together. Joe films it. It's a really great take on the appreciation of delicious craft beers. Just you guys a little bit, and the fantastic people that bring it to us. But this is something different, guys. This is live. I gotta take a sip. More about that in a minute. It's a live show. We're gonna talk beer. We're gonna talk doing great things with beer, like watching great games like the Red Sox and the Yankees, or watching great teams like my awful Notre Dame Irish losing to the Ohio State Buckeyes, or like the Magic that's in the air. I don't know. Anything and everything and nothing all at the same time. And beer, of course, is always going to be on the menu. When I think about drinking good beers and drinking good beers with good people, I think of two amazing dudes that I paddle down. I'm paddling down the river beer on this wonderful adventure through beer and craft deliciousness. I do it with, oh God, like probably one of the Greekiest guys I know. Say his name 5 times fast. I do, you guys. And he puts the Ed in bread. We share the same name in a sense. Please welcome to the show, Ed and Costas. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, where's Costas? Oh, hey Ed, how you doing?
This is live, folks. So anything's gonna happen any day of the week. Costas
Anything
off for a second.
Anything.
You know,
my first time pouring beer.
I remember my first beer. You know, so a little bit of a party foul, but he's got it cleaned up.
Did he spill his beer?
He did a little bit.
Yeah, and it was peanut butter and jelly sour.
Oh,
so
dude, I had a big head, and I was a little ashamed of that. But now my shame is washed away with your beer fall of a really good beer, by the way.
And it's in my Rhode Island Brewfest 2025 commemorative cup.
We're gonna talk about that here in a minute too. So, you guys can stay tuned. After this, we're gonna have the special episode we did with some interviews and some walk around, a little bit of stuff that we had happen at the Brewfest. You know, just wanted to talk to people and get their take on things and see why they were there, what they were drinking, and what they enjoyed, and all that stuff. So
it was definitely a good time, guys. I don't know about you guys, but oh my God, what a blast!
So, like Buddy said, this is the show about nothing and everything all at the same time. So the gloves are off, the wheels are off, the crazy train's moving. Anything's fair game. You never know what's going to happen on a Thursday night, I guess. So,
dude, this is my Friday right? I've worked
Let's go for it.
I've worked a lot of overtime lately, but I've worked like 124 hours in 2 weeks. So cheers, guys. This is a great time to do a podcast about beer, if any.
I
Vamos.
got Buttonwoods Brewery, their collab with Icarus Brewing. I've got their wet mots. And you guys, you'll hear a little bit more about this when sorry, Costas, I just covered up your whole face. When we air our episode that we did with Buttonwoods, and Morgan he lost the battle with this one. You guys will hear more about it, but
Costas, you're drinking peanut butter jelly. I have, gentlemen. Let me introduce my Costas. You go next. Go ahead. Not everybody knows the greatness.
And
go ahead.
I got the Vigilant Peanut Butter and Jelly Sour. It's a 5.0% alcohol by volume can of wow. It's one of my top 10 beers, if not one of my top 5s. It's got a fantastic, beautiful nose of peanut butter and peanuts when you open it, and when you sip it, it's very peanut butter forward. And then afterwards, you taste that jelly. It's not overwhelmingly sweet.
It's delightful.
It's absolutely delightful. I haven't met a single person who does not enjoy Vigilance peanut butter and jelly sour. I can't get enough of it. Thank you. And if you don't know, it's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time, right?
If I may add, it's one of my top 10s. It's such a good beer. It's a good crossover beer. It's good, like a stepping stone beer. If you don't like beer, everybody likes peanut butter and jelly, and if you don't, it's a great beer. It's crushable.
What do we call it? Gateway beer, right?
Gateway beer.
Yeah, it's a beer. So I don't know. I love it. My beer.
Do tell us.
Comes from the land of Massachusetts, unlike your Rhode Island beers. Nothing wrong with that, of course. I have Trillium's. Treehouse.
I knew it.
Treehouse Juice Machine, one of the finest beers ever made. One of my top 5, definitely, of all time. Treehouse does a lot of really good beers.
Is it a dipper?
It's a dipper. It's an American double IPA, 8.2% alcohol by volume, 1 pint. Let me read you the description so you have a good idea of what I'm talking about. Juice Machine is essentially a marriage of the King Julius, which I had as my beer of the week last week on the website, www.3dudesbrews.com.
Which is what I figured you'd be drinking tonight.
Of course. I can't find it. It's not being brewed right now, which is another tremendous thing about craft beer. But anyway, I digress. A hopping schedule more intense than that of Very Green, which is very delicious also. The use of Magnum, Columbus, Amarilla, Citra, Costasio, and Galaxy creates perhaps one of the most complex beers with unapologetic flavors of mango, creamy orange sorbet, papaya, and passion fruit, with wave after wave of juicy hop flavor. In spite of its intensity, Costas, it is pillowy soft, and drinks like a true pleasure. It is a mess of hop flavor that takes us to a place that few others of our beers do. It's hop nirvana. Drink it by the can. Keep cold. Drink fresh.
Dude,
go Treehouse.
I feel like you just read me a bedtime story about beer.
I know, dude. You almost want to like, ooh, nestle. Take my beer can, right? Like Teddy. Like,
that has to be like the longest description I think I've ever heard on a beer can.
Right?
I'm not kidding.
Like 3 paragraphs, dude.
They got on the back of the can.
You guys are a little choppy in the audio. Just a little choppy.
Well, we're doing what we can here.
It's okay. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh boy. Let's see if I can do something.
Oh, Mark. Oh, it's Mark.
Oh, see,
dudes doing tumble salt.
I told you, anything can happen.
Hey, Mark. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, Mark. Thanks for tuning in, Amy. As I am for the first time not battling the internet. Oh, yeah. You guys are back.
We're working the kinks out. We'll get
working the kinks out here in 3 Dudes Brews. It's okay, guys. It's their first time.
You want to run it live? This is the first one. You know, we're gonna figure things out a little bit here.
It happens.
But I got to tell you, this wet mott's it's nice. It's an IPA, but it's listed as a thiolized IPA. Either one of you know what a thiolized?
Thiolized. What is that? How do you spell that? First of all, your accent is throwing me off.
THIOLIZ.
Oh, iodized. Yeah, it's like a. It's I did ask when I was there once. It's a certain. I don't know. Go ahead. Explain to me, Ed.
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I didn't notice it until now. But yeah, we're gonna look that up.
It's a certain way they brew it. I think.
It's the first time I've ever seen that, and I got to say though, it is nice and creamy.
Or maybe a certain what is it, yeast? A certain kind of yeast, iodized yeast, maybe. I'm not sure. I've only homebrewed a few times. Ask the homebrewer next to you. Thiodized, Costas. Thiodized.
I gotta say, I'm unaware of that. I'm not certain, but we're definitely got to look that up, and we have to get back to you on that one.
It's
Chat room, throw it out there. Thiodized yeast. Thiodized.
Like I said, it's pretty tasty.
Maybe it's got something to do with the carbonation, or
perhaps
temperature. Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. They could.
What kind of beer is it, Ed? What kind of beer?
Berry pixie dust in it at the end, for all I know.
It is an IPA, right? You're drinking an IPA, technically.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty though. Like I said, you get the citrus pine notes up front, and then it's nice and creamy and almost a little lactose in the bottom back end. I mean, and we have our off-camera assistant here.
Thiolized beer is beer that uses thiolized yeast to create tropical fruit flavors. The yeast is genetically modified to release thiol, which are sulfur compounds that give beer its tropical aroma.
I like it already, dude.
It's tasty.
It sounds like what I'm drinking. I think I've had it before, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
I have been to Buttonwoods many, many times before our last visit.
Huh. So
that's good.
Let's talk Brewfest.
Yes.
Oh, dudes. What a good. So, like, I didn't get too annihilated at this show because I remember almost every part of it. So that's kind of like a good. It's good. I know it's like, oh my god, but I went to a Brewfest and didn't like forget and black out the last 2 hours we were there.
Let me tell you, you and Scotty, AKA. Beaver Lips McKenzie there.
Beaver Lips McKenzie.
You guys,
we spread the beer love like butter on Saturday, dude.
Yeah, at the end of the evening or the end of the afternoon, you were searching for him by screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs across.
Beaver Lips.
Which one of you made 2 laps around the place? Was it you or him or both of you?
Maybe it was both of us. I definitely visited more than one place. I went to Craft and Hope a few times.
We got there and immediately lost sight of him.
Yeah, right. Quick question from the chat room, gentlemen. Anyone ever been to Moby Dick? I think that's in New Bedford. I've heard of it. I'm yet to go yet. I haven't partied out in New Beige.
Field trip.
Yeah, field trip, gentlemen. There's some good beers out. Canned Heat is on the way, so we can stop at Canned Heat in Fall River.
I've definitely heard of it. I haven't been.
Yeah. I've heard of it. I just haven't been. James, have you been? Can you attest to any of their good beers? Should I make one my beer of the week? I'm an IPA guy. We'll say, oh, here we go. Oh, that's Mark Ambrose. Okay. He said it's a good Mark agrees it's a good place. So yeah.
Nice.
We should make a trip.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. So Beer Fest. Favorite brewers there, favorite beers there, guys.
Oh God. Where do you begin?
Now, viewers, there's so many brews that are there at this beer fest that you won't normally have. I mean, some of them you will, but some of them are like special beers.
Well, we started off as soon as we walked through the door. We immediately we turned right, and we immediately hit
6 Point.
6 Point.
6 Point was the first one.
Oh yeah, they were good.
Hickory Brewing, and we had the Witty Monkey and the Blackwater, which is from Southern Tier, which is a peanut butter cup imperial stout.
I enjoyed Southern Tier. I did the peanut butter stout. That was delicious.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Everything that I tried and I liked, I added to a list, and now I have a new task at Purpose, and I have to go out and find all of these things and get them in the fridge and get them cold and get them ready.
Southern Tier was good.
It was a citrus wheat ale, which was 9.5%, and the Blackwater peanut butter cup imperial stout. They were delicious, and we walked in the door, and that was the first few that we had, and it was like, if this is how it's going to start off, this is going to be damn good.
Power hour, yeah, for sure. I wasn't sure I was going to hit them all in the time we had. Like, Jesus, I'm barely lucky. I'm going to see. I did see everybody. I did see what cideries I wanted to go to, I guess.
So we have a lot of peanut butter stuff going around these days, right? Another good one, if you're looking for one, if you like that sort of thing, Dewclaw makes Sweet Baby Jesus.
Oh, Sweet Baby Jesus. Yeah, they've been around for a while. That's
it's peanut butter stout. It's really good. It is tasty. So one thing I noticed, guys, I don't know if you guys caught it. There seemed to be a lot of ciders there.
There were a lot.
I was going to actually mention that because it was right in my wheelhouse. And
I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I just thought it was odd.
I loved. Well, you would think that perhaps it would be the end of the season and maybe ciders would not be as prevalent, on the scene. But there were so many that were there. There was Woodchuck. There was Stormalong. Stowe. Stowe was there. There were so many of them. Like, as you went down, there was just everybody brought their A game to this Brewfest, and I don't think I had a single bad beer. Even the double IPAs in New England, all the IPAs I tried, they were all delicious. There wasn't I didn't have every single one because I would be on the floor.
Right.
Just me personally, but for every single...
Buddy took on the challenge.
Yeah, Buddy.
I'm so glad I didn't have to drive, dude. That's such a blessing, It's a way to enjoy life a little bit more, and not have to be responsible.
After we had the first two right there, we went along and there was 12 Monkeys, and they have
Flying Monkeys.
Flying Monkeys,
right?
12 Monkeys is a movie with Bruce.
A movie, yeah, with Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis.
13 Monkeys.
That was a good movie, dude.
The 12 or 13. Anyway, it's a movie of
Barrel of Monkeys.
It's pretty funny. But,
12 Monkeys, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they had a dessert stout series, and they had mint, they had orange, they had raspberry, and it was just like those candies that you would have had, those chocolates that as a kid you got in those Russell Stover boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I did try some of that, right.
The chocolate orange one almost tasted like a Tobler chocolate orange.
Oh, yeah, it definitely did. That was the first thing I was getting. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, Ed fell over.
We can't wait.
Down goes Ed and Costas. There we go. You guys got like a GoPro? What are you using?
Sorry, guys.
He's like a little kid.
A little action in the show. Down goes Ed and Costas, whatever. We can keep it rolling.
That it was live.
I can talk about beer all day, dude. I'm drinking a new one, guys. This is
Monkeys Boxo Chocolate Stout Sampler, and they had 4. You had
the Ooey Gooey.
You had Joy, which is an orange cream, and like I need to know where to find.
We got to find that box
because
who made it? Who did that?
Flying Monkeys.
Flying Monkeys.
Where are they at? They're local, or they're somewhat local, right?
That's a box of chocolates I'll take. So, damn. Yeah, it was good.
Right.
I think they had there was like a Death by Chocolate one, I think, in there too.
Death by Chocolate, that is from, I want to say, it's Can Heat.
Oh, there's a can.
Here we go.
Sorry.
My answer. Here we go. Small but excellent little brewery in Connecticut on the way to Foxwoods. Another, that's in that loop. There's a loop of them. That's this Flying Monkeys you're talking about. This Flying Monkeys, it's Fox Farm is like right over there. There's another one by Foxwoods. It's like a circle around Foxwoods of all these like great breweries.
Well, it sounds like we do the Big Labruski in March when we go down to Gray Sail and Whalers, and we're down in the area. We're just going to have to cross the border,
skip on over.
We'll just have to
make a little side trip, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're in Providence when you got to just stop at Long Live. Long Live. Ed, have you been to Long Live yet, dude?
I have not.
Oh, dude. And you haven't been to Tilted Barn yet either.
I have had the beers. I just have not physically been there yet. I do love Long Live. I like their stuff. They got some
They got a ton of
They
great beer.
brought one. Their was it the PVD? Their
Yep.
PVD pills. Their
PVD pills, yeah. They have the.
So I
They
haven't
have the
had.
light stuff for you later, boys. They have the sours. They have that sour series that is so amazing. It's fruited. It's like I think Costas had some when I kidnapped him and brought him there, and it was like almost frothy, and it's some of it's strawberry, some of it's like passion fruit. Oh no. And some of it is like, and then they have like the really good IPAs, and then dude, they have the really amazing sours, the really good dessert and dessert stouts. It just goes on and on and on and on.
Mark, don't hate me. I'm sorry.
Don't any of our viewers think any wrong of Ed because he hasn't been to Long Live Beerworks, but
I'll hang my head. I'm sorry, guys. I promise you, though, I will get there. It's on my
Well,
list.
in Ed's defense, Ed, he's barely back in the the state of Rhode Island. After being out and about around the country. So, Buddy and I are.
I'm being schooled.
Yes, we are taking Ed.
We're educating him in beer.
So when I left,
I get this now.
There wasn't really, a lot of craft breweries around here. You had your Union Station, stuff like that. There was, the few old ones.
No joke.
But there was nothing like this when I left. I came back and I'm like, I didn't even know these places were even open. So which led us to doing this.
Yes.
So everything happens for a reason, folks.
So the pucker factor in this, gentleman, is like a 10 for me.
Oh, is that?
This is the Joe gave this to me. I dropped off his birthday gift, which was Treehouse and some Treehouse whiskey, and a gift for Emma. And this is the tiki inspired sour. That's the lovely can art. He got it. It's made in New Hampshire. It's made pineapple, coconut, and orange and lactose. It is holy arse. It is sour, and it really kicks my all my taste buds out the door. I'm not a huge coconut guy.
I am.
I know you are. I know Costas wanted some of this, so I figured I'm like, oh, what a better time to drink it than right in front of Costas. It's a 9% alcohol by volume too, so just throwing that out there. It's
for a sour. That's pretty high.
If you like sour, if you like Warheads,
I don't know
this
too many.
Is what you want to pick up. Go to New Hampshire and get it.
Can't think of
I'm
anything.
gonna drink the whole thing, of course. I wouldn't waste the beer, but
that's crazy.
What was
it
your
is
cider?
Intense. It's an intense beer.
So
good.
Stowe's hop cider was good.
Yeah, that was the safety meeting.
Yeah. So that one, they were calling it the craft beer ciders or something along those lines. Right. It was tasty. And if you're not a big cider person, I stood there and there was a guy that came up, and I wish I could have got him on camera. He absolutely refused ciders. He's like, nope, I don't like ciders. I don't like ciders. I don't like ciders. I got him to try the cider. I talked him into it. I stood there. I was a man on a mission. I was not leaving until I got this man to try some cider. So he finally did, and he liked it. And I think that cider from Stowe, I think if you haven't had cider.
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one to start with. But
for sure.
There was another one.
Mountain Glow. That was the one which I'm not a big fan a lot of times of ginger because it can be overpowering.
I can't do the ginger.
The Mountain Glow ginger hard cider. It had not a spicy like a Pollo Picante or like something like a hot spicy, but it had that
ginger punch.
Yeah, that ginger punch, that tanginess of ginger or whatever. Paired really well with the apple, the hard cider or whatever. I thought it was really good. It wasn't overly dry. It wasn't really overly sweet. It was somewhere in the middle. So it was I see taking something like that and pairing it Asian food.
Now, see, that's so though.
I'm getting kicked back on the. I'm hearing Costas in the background talk that what he already did.
We were talking to the ladies there, and they were saying, I guess, that Stowe prides himself on not being super sweet. That was one of the things. I guess it's part of their tagline.
I didn't find it that sweet,
and that's just it. They were all very crisp, very refreshing.
Dry is good, dude. There's nothing wrong with a dry apple cider. I'm not a big cider guy, but I do like I do like some of them, and they were good at Stowe. They were really. I do remember that they were good.
Do
We
you,
talked about the lovely city of Stowe.
Do you recall the apple pie one that we had?
I was.
Let me tell you.
I don't want to say I was smart enough, but
I love Down East, James.
8%, dude. That's a good cider, kid.
Now, are we talking about this guy right here?
It was Stormalong had one of them.
White Mountain Magic Winter Cider.
Oh, that was so delicious.
They had 4 on the table, and they were for me. They were 4 aces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were all
good.
They
had the farm stand one. They had the legendary dry. I think they had. I'm not sure if it was 3 or 4. But
so I know
White Mountain. That
was a lot of places are starting to clearance out, guys. So if you want that one, go find it now.
Yeah.
Knights Liquor over in Johnston has some of the White Mountain.
Oh.
They have some of them. I know that's a winter thing, so they're starting to phase them out already. But I don't think I've ever had bad cider from Stormalong.
No,
I don't think anything.
Can't say that I have. And I was going to Nicky's or going to Tony's, maybe Gasparo's, and seeing what's out there, because there's just so many good ciders right now. And again, I'm a big, huge cider fan, and we had the Stormalong, we had the farm stand, and then
you need to, Mark.
Right? It's there if you need it, I guess. But beer is always number one, guys. You guys are cider.
I've said this before, too, that, I think I said it during our cider throwdown that we did. When I'm not drinking a beer, I'm going for a cider. That's my, I'd say backup. But when I need a change of pace.
There you go.
It's really carbonated. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a whole lot of bubbles up in that shit, right?
Right now, he's got everything pulled up. Citizen Cider,
apple pie. Was probably slightly edged out the
Stormalongs.
Yeah.
The
winter.
Yeah.
The apple pie. It just tasted like I was drinking a fresh apple pie. Like I don't even know how.
Who you guys talking about? What cidery at the Brewfest?
Citizen Cider. They had a juicy. They had a Dirty Mayor, and they had apple pie.
Dirty Mayor. How appropriate for Rhode Island.
I have to try all the ciders. I did sample a lot of the dippers and the New England IPAs, all the IPAs, right?
Oh, really? Nice.
A half pour, just a sip, so that way I could say I try it. So that way, give feedback. But I made sure that I hit up every single one, and I'm a cider junkie, and I loved every single one.
And I am a beer junkie, dude, and I loved almost every single one. The ones I did love the most, I'll tell you the ones that I remember that are most memorable. 3 stand out for me, wicked. So when we first went in, it's probably like the second. I think it was the second one in. And as I'm standing in line for it, you guys were still in the. I think it was 6 Point was the first one. This is the second one. And this guy says to me, he's like, "Hey, you haven't been here?" I'm like, "No, this is the first time I've had it." He's like, "You go to Canada, you got to try this. This is good beer." So it's like New England style. I forgot the name of it because it was the beginning of the day. It was really good. They had really good IPAs. It was in Ontario, not Ontario. It was over between Ontario and Toronto. Over that, as you said, it's maybe a W. I don't know. Anyway, it's over that way.
Oh yeah, I know what
they had a funky sign and stuff, and it was colorful and.
They were in Ontario. I can't remember the town, the city in Ontario, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. They were really good. The other one, I worked my way all the way around. They were all the way around the back wall. So it took me a little while to get there. And they weren't a brewery. They were the Rhode Island Brewers Society.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Everything they had 3 beers, and all of them were above like 13%. I'm like, ooh.
I thought they had like 6 or 7 beers.
They had a bunch.
Did they have 6 or 7? Well, I think I got the highest one. I got like 17%.
Well, you probably got hooked on the Belgian like we did. I mean, the Belgian ad was just off the hook. That was just, oh my God. It was that one. That's a good night kiss, though. Let me tell you.
I think I grabbed the stout. It was like 16, 17. Yeah, I think it was 17. And he's like, you feeling it? I'm like, I feel the 17. It's definitely heavy, but it was so I think it was like a chocolate or a it was just so damn good. That stuck out in my mind. And then Trackmar, the new brewery. The guys who are gonna revitalize and reopen at the old six pack. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Mark Pappy. They were really good. They had a good I think they had a good Irish beer, oddly enough. Which is exciting. Being of Irish descent myself, it's good to see our people finally put all their what might have been considered addiction into craft beer, which is good for the community. So
the love.
I would say their expertise, perhaps knowledge, and their love of
the love of great beer too is great, and their celebration of their ancestry. Cheers.
Yeah.
Erin Gobla, if you will. And those were some of the standouts. I mean, it was great to see everybody. Long Live Proclamation, all the good hitters, everybody was there, dude. It was tremendous.
Crafted Hope that carries berries, their new stout.
Oh yeah, that was really good too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. There was a bunch of people drinking that.
You know what was surprising was Woodchuck variety pack. They had that blueberry apple cider, and then they had the pear secco.
Yeah, I've had some pear ciders before.
Yeah, I liked it.
East, yeah.
They had
Up in Boston, down east.
What's that?
Somebody just commented how they love the Down East cider.
The Down East is one of my favorites too. They're another good one.
They're out of Boston, right? Did we go to there? That was the one in Boston.
Yeah, we went to Boston and we went.
I got that was good cider. I think I did get intoxicated off of that pretty well. That was delicious.
What was surprising that I've never heard of before was the Brockton
Beer Company.
Yasuki Black.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was good too. That was a good standout for me because we had a good conversation about
that Black Kolsch. I saw that and I was like, I've got to try this because I've never had a Black Kolsch. And
it was really, and I've never heard of it. I've heard of that.
Right.
So,
not vaguely.
We have been in contact with one of the owners.
Oh.
So we are hoping to get on up there for an episode. So stay tuned, folks. Hopefully some more stuff coming about Brockton.
That'd be good, dude. That'd be a good time. Brockton's a fun city.
To you.
It's like in Boston. Boston's a fun city,
Food too, though. So they wanted us
beers to drink and stuff.
Try some beer, try some food, and
yes.
So
yes.
You gave us your 3, right?
I talked about 2 that I have right now. My third one I'm going to break into is Mr. Julius, the orange juice of craft beer. My 3 ounce. Go ahead.
From the festival, what were your 3?
Oh, my 3. So the first one that I forgot the name of from Ontario, they were really good. The New England Brewing Society, awesome guys, good job. I wish you guys would open a brewery and make it more readily available. And I'd say Trackmar, because they're the new guy on the block and they're showing up at the beer fest and they're letting us sample their great beers before we get to try them in the brew house.
They're not even open yet. They don't even have the door.
Right.
So
that bringing beer that's being made, that's awesome. It's great to see the new guy on the block show up.
Smart though for those guys to be there,
yes.
Because you give people a sample of your wares before your doors even open. So good on you guys for being there. That was the way to be.
Can't wait to
see
what you guys do with the space and try all your beers and see where you go with it.
Yeah, it's just
I look forward to see what that. I know they've been under constructions for some time, so I'm looking forward to. It's a small space, but it's Mark made a good use of a lot of those. They had that little corner that we did the show in, and they had the bar, which is always fun, and then they have the others. They let dogs in. That was awesome. So I mean, it's a good space.
So
right down there in Bristol, right off the main road. Good time.
Did you guys believe how packed it was?
Oh my God! Yeah, there was so many freaking people there.
No.
I didn't think I was going to be able to get to every place. To be honest with you,
I think it was it felt mobbed because when you walked in, everybody stood right there. They didn't know whether to go left, whether to go right.
Right, we went.
It was busy.
Beaver McKenzie just took off. He just went straight. We went to the right.
We lost him, but he went straight ahead, and he knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he
did. Jody, he found Jody. Whoever Jody might happen to be.
Listen,
he found Jody somewhere.
They're watching. We need to know who you are because we just did not hear the end of Jody all day.
Yeah,
all day.
Jody into the night.
Jody into the night.
Yes.
So,
But
Hey,
yeah,
where are you, Jody?
it was very busy. But you know what? Everybody was super friendly. Everybody was courteous. And
Oh, it was great, man. Everybody was fantastic.
everybody was there to have a good time. So there were no issues as far as I was concerned, or that I could see.
Sit there and bullshit with people for many minutes and pouring beer, drinking beer, talking to other people. It's such a great time. It's such a great community.
He was getting belligerent.
I didn't see anybody
Yeah.
any
intoxicated
knuckleheads
or sick or anything like that.
There's a lot of beer being poured. I mean, they were giving us ounce glasses. So it wasn't like a lot at a time. So in all reality, I had maybe 5, 6 full pours. If you really think about it like that, you know,
you had a lot more than 5 or 6 full pours.
Probably. Okay, probably.
If each full cup was 4 ounces and you had 4 of them, that's a 16
That's
ounce
a full
right? That's a
all
full
right,
pour.
let's not do the math. Let's just pretend like you didn't just say that and just move on with that day.
Just,
It was a really great time and really great people.
If we were talking full pours, you probably had closer to like 10.
Probably closer to 15. But you know, who's counting, dude? Who's counting? Who's counting? I don't know. I'm not.
No.
So, Big Labruski.
What? Well.
Oh, that's coming up, dude. It's March 1st.
Top 3 from the Beer Fest.
My top 3. Let's see.
No particular order.
No particular order. I think the Rhode Island Brewers Society, they're Belgian. The barley wine. Excuse me. It was a barley wine. I keep saying Belgian. It was a barley wine. That was good. I like Crafted Hopes, Kerry's Berries. I thought that was really tasty. I do like a good stout, and that was nice and a little bit of fruitiness to it. It was good. It was, you know, it breaks up the bitter. It was tasty. It was really tasty beer. Last one I would say is probably that Ooey Gooey.
The
the
double chocolate one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was good.
That one I wanted, like, I was like, can you keep pouring that one for me?
Who made the Ooey Gooey? Just refresh my memory.
Ooey Gooey, that was Flying Monkeys. That was part of their sampler pack.
All right, we're definitely I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go out sick of work next week. We're just gonna go. Yeah.
What are you doing right now? Let's go.
Let's go.
Open right now?
Let's just go there. Yeah.
I mean, Vitamin C, they were also good. I
love Vitamin C, dude. I've been going there for a long time. They Vitamin C, and right up the road is oh god, the Widowmaker. Oh, dude, such great beers.
Yes, they call it like the what is it, like the beer triangle or whatever?
Yeah, the beer triangle. Widowmaker, Vitamin C. Who's the third one?
They're not far from Quincy,
I don't remember,
right?
but there's one place.
No, they're not far from Quincy.
Yeah, there's a place up there that does like all sours. So
yeah,
really,
Vitamin C has a lot of sours. They do.
Yeah,
dude, for sure. It's like an hour. I one night I got out of work at Bridgewater State Hospital. I'm like, it's been a shitty week. Buddy just got paid, but he's gonna take a ride to the brewery because, you know, it's right up the road. It was like 45 minutes up the road. I'm not really sure how I made it home that evening. I went to Vitamin C. I went to the Widowmaker, and then I ended up at Trillium, which was even more decadent. And then somehow, by the grace of Jesus and Buddha, a buddy arrived safely home without, you know, harm or injury.
Don't drive.
Fantastic. Don't drink and drive. Uber, it's much more safer these days. But such great breweries, dudes. Such amazing places.
Yeah.
Disneyland for you and me.
And I'm going to include the ciders in this as well. And I made sure I took 300 pictures or whatever.
To grab a beer.
So I'm going to have to go ahead and say that my top 3 in no particular order were the what was it? Hold on there. What was the name of it? Storm Along from the Winter Magic there. That was probably my favorite cider, or one of the ciders. And then on top of that,
oh, there you go, Ed. Long live. You just got to get there, dude. Now you just got to get there. It's
Vitamin C Brewing.
From the tap.
Vitamin C Brewing. I was absolutely and totally shocked, mind blown, really, by Lost Harbor. It's an extra special bitter, 5% alcohol, small batch, extra special bitter, rated 99 out of 100 by Craft Beer and Brewing Magazine. I sampled it, and that's the description of it. But when I sampled it, it tasted like I was drinking a cold brew English black tea, and I was floored because it was just so darn good. I was like, this is incredible. And I was like, there's got to be tea in here. No tea. I'm like, you sure there's no tea in here? And, not that I was trying to argue with you, but I was like, it's got to be the English malts or whatever.
Argue with the guys that made the beer.
No, it was just
there's tea in there.
No, I wasn't really arguing. It's like, oh my God, it tastes like you're drinking.
I remember that.
Cold tea, like a cold brew tea, and it was light and refreshing and crisp and vibrant, and it was just like. And maybe it's because it was a long day of drinking, and all of a sudden, you hit something that.
So good beer. So many good beers.
I got to find some Lost Harbor from
Vitamin C.
From Vitamin C or whatever, definitely. But again, the Citizen Cider apple pie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you ran right over to me. You were like, "You have to taste this."
Yeah. I think I pretty much I dragged you, by your arm or whatever. I'm like, dude, you if I throw out a dude, everybody makes fun of me when I sipped on it, dude, and whether it's a cider or a seltzer,
the seal of approval.
Yes, you have to try this. So. Honorable mentions. I got all right. I made a whole entire list of everything.
Of course you did.
I know, right? I'm really surprised by this.
You took out a map in X them in different colors where you're gonna go first and where you're gonna
Gatherwell, I believe is how you say it. It's a
Gatherwell.
Gatherwell. Yeah, there you go. Bourbon barrel aged stout.
Ooh.
It was 11%. It had a ton of flavor to it.
So I think Buddy, you may have been standing there at the same time. There was somebody that had come up that had never had Allagash White.
Oh, dude, it's
Marion Joseph.
Was it you, Buddy? Were you there with me?
I think I was. Yeah, I love Allagash. So
it was like basically, let's pour this down your gullet right now, guy. You got it
right, immediately.
I think security escorted him away because it was just.
I got about Allagash. Classic.
Yeah. Another was Appanog or whatever, the Imperial Ghost. Imperial stout with cocoa nibs and vanilla beans and aged on French oak. That was with another. There was a ton of ciders there, but there was also obviously
a lot of stouts.
Tons of stouts and so many bold flavors.
It's the time of the season, gentlemen.
While we were there.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you were sitting right next to me when I was talking to him, and we were.
Yeah, but I don't. Well, maybe I did.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list here.
Aurora and the Juggernaut Double IPA. There was the Empire Ghost or whatever. The Empire.
I'm going by the list. I'm going by my drunken brain.
Oh, sure that's the one
no!
we had.
It was. I had the Night Street Lager. That's what it was. I did have the lager. You're right.
All right, let's pivotal.
Right?
The Unbroken Wavelength Fruited Sour was fantastic. Mm-hmm. There was so much fruit flavor to it. It says blueberries with blackberries and raspberries, and it was a very berry sour.
Yeah,
it was absolutely delicious or whatever. And again, they had the thing, but also Edith and Good Nose Beans from Tower Hill.
So I had Edith when we were there, when we did our episode there.
I may have had one or two when we were there. So.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Edith, folks, you got it.
She's a lovely lady.
Yeah, it's a good one. Good Nose Beans I haven't had.
Good Nose Beans was
Gatherwell Stout. I've never even heard of that, but Burgundian, I know of Burgundian. I'm going to travel there sooner than later.
But I want to say the Good Nose beans. I think that was the one that I tried, and it tasted like I might be misspeaking, but I'm pretty sure that the Good Nose Beans Coffee Stout, because that was a French roasted Colombian coffee, and it had the most coffee flavor.
Coffee punch.
Yeah, it tasted like I was drinking a cup of iced black coffee, like straight, and it just happened to have chocolate and espresso and alcohol in it.
If I'm having a coffee stout, I want it to be coffee.
Oh, it was coffee in the front, back, sideways, up, down, center, middle.
Up, down,
inside
down,
and
left,
outside.
left, right, BA,
Select start.
Yeah,
yes.
There you go.
So it was a ton of deep, dark, rich coffee to it, and I'm not a dark coffee kind of guy. I'm not a big.
I am darker the better.
Dark roast fan of whatever.
Yeah. Especially this time of year, guys. Stouts is
because
oh my god, this is a rich time to have stouts.
It was not bitter at all. It was dark, and it was a damn good cup of coffee, cup of joe. So
nice. All right, guys. It was a great event. It was oh my god, just fantastic people, fantastic to network with other to brew with networking with breweries, seeing old friends. Just a great time. Just a beautiful event.
You're making new friends, talking to everybody, and just it was a great experience. There was so many people just having a great time. Food.
Dude, that sweet that pig that was like candy. What is the candy pig stuff?
Candy or whatever.
Candy. Pig candy. Oh my god, that was so memorable.
Well,
first off, it's bacon.
Yeah, they had. That was a nice spin on it, because there are times where there's there's no food at some of these places or whatever.
Most of the time, not.
Most of the times there's not a lot of food.
A lot of people had their own pretzel made. Their pretzel strings. I didn't make a pretzel string.
Guys, you'll see that in the episode. There, I did manage to speak with a couple that had made their own basic. It was like just like a summer sausage shy of a charcuterie board on their neck.
Yeah,
So.
I believe that
enjoy it.
Had like a Reese's or something off of her necklace.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. You stole.
I did. I had a Reese. I had one of his Reese's that he was wearing.
You took peanut butter egg or something along.
Yeah, something that was It was definitely chocolate and peanut butter. For sure. And he offered. I'm like, yes, thank you. Nothing better than sugar added on with sugar and alcohol. Fantastic. Just amazing ideas. So, gentlemen, speaking about like eating foods and drinking good beers, we got the Super Bowl coming up soon. What any thoughts on good mixtures of food, beers to go with it, beers to go with foods? Thoughts on the game? Go Eagles! And any ideas? What's going on, guys? What do you think?
10% rooting for the Eagles.
Go Eagles!
Hell yeah!
All the way.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
EAGLES Eagles. Yeah. What are you guys making? What are you guys?
To be determined. It all depends on how many people are showing up and what everybody's in the mood for. But
so what are you buying for beer? What are you thinking for beer? You got 4 quarters. It's that magical halftime show. It's just whatever these days. Kendrick Lamar. I couldn't tell you anything that he sings.
I don't even know who the hell's playing.
I'll just probably go and go to the bathroom at that point and like get some more beer. But what are your thoughts on what are you going to drink for beer, guys? What are you buying?
Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know right now.
Well, I think that I'm going to start with something light, because it's going to be like a 4.
It's a 3-hour affair at least, right? Yeah. So
let me tell you. You can start with this one here. Do me a favor. That's the rest of that's yours anyway.
And he was talking when you cracked that open, and it's just like, ooh. It's like something I want to listen to when I'm falling asleep. You cracked it open, and you heard the gases escape, and then you poured it out, dude. And I'm listening to it in my head. I'm like, and Quest is talking about it. I'm like, ooh.
This has been sitting here for a while.
It sounded so magical, dude.
Great.
I'm trying to tell you.
Beautiful lacing on there. There's plenty of carbonation on that. So
it's but it's light enough where you can crush a bunch of them and enjoy it. You know,
Absolutely.
So it's not always about alcohol content, kids. Okay?
We need a country. Mark, yeah, I'm not country, but we need something. It's been hip hop for a few
You
years.
will-
Maybe change it up.
I don't think we'll ever see a country act in the Super Bowl. Maybe if Dallas is in.
Taylor Swift. I'm sure Taylor Swift is eventually going to nail that Super Bowl halftime. Especially with the KC Chiefs like winning. And, yeah.
Anyway,
don't get me going.
I don't know. I'll definitely
Savor the flavor.
Savor the flavor. I mean, what do you think of that?
This is a great Italian style pilsner. This
Right?
is very light, refreshing. You know,
A hell of a lot better than like a Peroni.
Oh my god.
So and you're a Pilsner drinker. I'm confused in my own head because I associate it with like all light beers. What's the difference between a Pilsner and a lager? And name 2 examples to set it straight in my brain. Please go. Or Costas, you can answer this as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you're asking the wrong guy here for the technical stuff.
I don't understand the difference. I don't get it.
You know, Czech Pilsner, I like. It's obviously a style of Pilsners. They are very easy drinking. They're not usually high in alcohol, but it's a very refreshing beer. To me,
Classic style.
Yeah, it's a classic style.
Yeah.
You know, quintessentials. To me, when I think, it's the beer of beers, in my opinion.
So like Uncle Henry's beer. What was that? Like was that a Pilsner? Was that a lager? Like the Buddy Abbeys, the Buddy Lights. What is that? Is that Pilsner? Is that lager? What is it?
No, those are lagers.
All right. So what's a Pilsner? What's a big box Pilsner?
Big box Pilsner? I don't know of any big box Pilsners. Like I said, the Italians have
Like
Peroni.
Milla's a lager?
So the Peroni is an Italian Pilsner. It's probably one of the ones you're going to find in the U.S., as far as Italian beer.
Mm-hmm.
Care for it. To me, it always it reminds me of a skunked beer.
Okay.
Every single time I open one up and I pour it, it reminds me of a skunk beer. You know,
That's a lager or a Pilsner?
that's a Pilsner. It's a Pilsner, but it's not a very good one in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. If you like Peroni, it's your thing.
I don't like Corona. I don't.
Not Corona, Peroni.
Oh. Peroni. That's the Italian, right? The Italian. Get back to the Super Bowl. Jelly Roll has a wonderful story. From what I understand, but
Who does?
Jelly Roll. Mark mentioned Jelly Roll.
Okay.
Morgan Wallen. I don't know who that Jelly Roll. I've heard because he has a fantastic story. It'd be an awesome halftime act.
I'm trying to purchase tickets to Morgan Wallen's.
I don't know who that is.
I have no idea.
Gillette Stadium August show or whatever. But
What does he sing, Costas?
Kind of music.
It's today's version of country music or whatever.
What does this song go like? Go ahead, sing us a song.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me to sing, dude. I haven't.
What is one of his songs? Just name me a song so I can Google it.
Lies, Lies, Lies is one of the newest ones or whatever.
How does it go, Costas?
I don't.
865. Like there's just a million songs or whatever. You can listen. You can go on Spotify or you can go on.
I just want to hear you singing.
Yeah,
Costas.
happening.
I don't know country.
Hey,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Had enough of these. So
Not enough
I'm gonna
beers.
serenade you. That'll be maybe Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. Whatever.
Could be.
So what do you thought? Eagles. Pilsners.
So pretzels.
Good, guys.
Pretzels.
Well-
I'll probably make some pretzels.
There you go, pretzels.
I'll probably make some
Pretzel
pretzels.
Springs. Yep.
I don't know what I'm making now, but I can tell you what I've made in the past. Spinach. I've done charcuterie boards. I've done spinach and artichoke dip, chips and salt, nachos.
Nachos. Yeah, definitely.
Tendies. Who doesn't love tendies? Covered in every type of sauce there is, right?
Avocado.
Garlic parmesan, buffalo,
Yes.
teriyaki.
Yes.
List goes on and on for sauces or whatever, and then of course, pizza.
Of course.
Pizza.
You had
right?
made pizza.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything better than like
No.
pizza,
No.
beer,
No.
Oh.
No.
football, sports?
Football.
That's perfect marriage.
Wait, what you don't understand is Costas doesn't just make pizza. He doesn't just like make wings. he makes a variety of like 100 different varieties for you to like enjoy every variety of each. So it's like like a smoke. It's like a buffet of like amazing food and beer. It's always a good time eating at the St. Galuli House.
There's got to be like some aperitifs. There's got to be
I Rob, really, you're one of those people.
Oh, but I think this year I've got
I do like Uzo.
Yeah, Asian chili, buddy. Yeah, dude.
Triple cast Johnny Walker Black.
Ooh.
I've got all of that. I've got some barley wine from 6-pack. That's still in the fridge or whatever. I may have to crack that guy open.
Yeah, cheers to Mark Pappy guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good on you. So is party at Costas' house.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
Sounds good. Maybe I'll make it by. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. Guys, it's been 50. We're at 55. We're just about 56 minutes. Anything you guys want to say to wrap up?
Yeah, we were aiming for a little less, guys, but conversation happens.
Well, before we wrap it up, let's talk about Labruski.
Big Labruski.
Mark Ambrose.
Mark. So yeah, let me just broadcast Mark, and we'll talk about Labruski really quick. So if you follow us, if you see anything that we do, we not only drink great beers and hang out with great beer makers and brewers and stuff. We also do charities at Three Dudes Brews. One of the charities we did back in December, we raised money for the Hasbro Children's Hospital, and then Ed dragged us into the Atlantic Ocean, where I froze up my dude. I couldn't feel my fucking legs for like 2 hours after that. That was like
the 20 minutes easy.
Buddy's getting drunk and shit. I had to go to work after that. That was like not a great day. But anyway, I had just got out of the hospital. Oh, that was horrible. People say you got to just run in and run out. So we'll go at low tide.
I ran in and then I ran out and I looked at Buddy and was like, yeah, I can't let this guy beat me. I can't. So I had to.
I didn't need anybody to hold my hand to go into the wall. But anyway, I digress. So I was thinking, like, what's another way we could raise money and have a good time doing it? I was like, oh, Mark Ambrose. So if you're in the Rhode Island craft beer community, you'll know that Mark Ambrose gets around to like 6 to 10 breweries easily between Thursday and Saturday, Sunday, every weekend. He's a great personality. He's a great guy. He's a great friend of the show. He's a great friend of mine, of Costas, of Ed's. He's just a great guy. Everybody knows Mark. Mark's a great guy. When I went to the Brewfest, I was like, hey, Mark, we were talking about Mark. And Mark's a great guy. This is Mark.
I know, Mark. Why weren't you there?
Mark has been in the chat room all night. Mark's been
if you've been
on the show.
You've met Mark Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, you've seen Mark. You've seen pictures of Mark because he takes selfies of people for the last several years and posts them in the Rhode Island beer community. It almost became like, oh, this is like a cool thing. It's like almost like a staple. So
where's Waldo?
Where's Mark? Yeah.
Like, where's Mark? Exactly.
Get to the point.
On Saturday, this Saturday, February 1st, tickets go on sale on the eventbrite.com. You can visit any of the participating breweries and find one of these promos with a VR code where you can scan that. You can have one of these amazing beers. This is at Long Live, by the way. Ed, one of their delicious stouts, dude, right here. Amazing. You can go to Long Live. You can go to any of the participating breweries and you can scan the VR code. It will get you into the eventbrite.com site where you can buy tickets to the Mark Ambrose bingo. So when you buy your tickets, every ticket that you buy to this event will be a different bingo card. We will send you. So I will send you a different randomized bingo card. Just provide me your email address where I can send the tickets. The bingo cards. The bingo cards are going to look like this. They're going to be randomized. These are the participating breweries. So really quick, Crooked Current in Pawtucket, Origin Beer Works Beer Project in Providence Brewing in Providence, obviously, Buttonwoods Brewing in Providence, Narragansett in Providence, Angletree in Attleboro, fantastic beers, Foolproof in Pawtucket, Ravenous in Cumberland, Long Live Beer Works. And you can see all these beers, all these great beers. Through the ticket sales will be on sales from February 1st to February 25th. I will send you these random cards. And March 1, in line with the Big Labruski and in line with Rhode Island Craft Beer Month, we will start Mark Ambrose Bingo. It will go live. So every time you go into a brewery, hey, I'm going to go to Crooked Current tonight. Hey, walk into Crooked Car and hey, there's Mark. I'm gonna get a selfie with Mark. Bam, I get a selfie with Mark. I can use that as my marker. My marker. Oh, wrong one. My marker on my bingo card. Right. So I use that picture as my marker. We're looking for straight bingos, folks. No free spaces, no extra bad kids. Just go horizontal, vertical. Grab one of these bingos. Send each one of your 5 your 5 markers to Three Dudes Brews messaging and with your bingo card, and you claim bingo and you split the 50-50 with Mark's charity, the Ronald McDonald House, which is a fantastic organization. Kids who are like hospitalized at Hasbro Children's Hospital, their family have a place to go to stabilize, to have that home base where they can operate and live within, like, across the street from my kids. It's a fantastic organization. If you've ever like had family in the hospital, it's a bitch going back and forth to the hospital, to work, to home. It gives you a home base, especially if you have other children. It's a tremendous organization, and that's what we're raising money for with Mark Ambrose. So it goes live March 1st. From that point on every weekend, Mark will join Three Dudes Brews, and we'll go to the Big Old Brewski spots, and we'll go to the place on these bingo cards.
The Big
Lebruski.
The Big Lebruski gets in line with that, and we'll post like hints on where in trivia where you might be able to find Mark. So stay tuned to Three Dudes Brews for all your Mark. Where's Mark? Hints and whatnot. The Mark Ambrose bingo.
All right, so let's talk Big Lebruski real quick before we wrap this
real
thing
quick,
up.
Gentlemen.
Sorry, folks. I know we've gone a little long tonight.
We can go a little long. It's okay.
Yes.
You guys inaugurated me into this wonderful, wonderful tradition.
Not to be vulgar, but I believe yes.
Yeah. So
craft beer cherry.
I think so. So, folks, the whole month of March is $40 for your passport. There's going to be at least 20 breweries. Each brewery offers either a free full pour or a sample or a flight or something. It'll be on your little coupon thing. You go to the brewery, you hand it to them, you get a taste, you get out of your comfort zone, you get around, and you have a good time.
I'm not certain, but I believe that they're offering a coupon for like X amount of dollars off at the moment.
I don't know.
If you,
well, that was a flash sale.
Yeah.
It was the first 50 tickets that were going to be $30.
Right.
I missed it.
Yeah, they do that. They've done that, here and there.
Yeah.
Randomly or whatever. But
let me tell you, oh man, I mean, it's definitely worth the money. We're not getting paid by these folks at all. We just go out, have a good time with the beer.
I want to
the beer.
With Mark Ambrose Bingo, we're not receiving any money. This is
nothing.
We're not getting anything out of this other than to help those that are in need.
Yeah.
So.
And Mark isn't benefiting at all from any of this. It's all we're just putting this out there for the community and for the Ronald McDonald House, and it's just fun and charity. That's really all it's about. And beer.
Exactly. So we're here to spread the love of all the craft breweries and craft beer and that love. And we're also here to give back to the community.
Right.
So we want to be able to do our part, and anything that we can do to give back, we try to do. So quick thing. Like I said, the Brewfest special, it's like 15 minutes, guys. It's not very long. That'll be airing later on. We'll have that. It'll be on the YouTube channel. I want you guys to go out there right now, every one of you, please. 3dudesbrews.com. Check us out on there. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes podcasts, your grandmother's LPs from back in the day. I don't know. I mean, we're everywhere. So please check us out, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Spread the word. We are here to help everybody out. We're not here to get famous. You're not here to get famous.
No, just drink good beers, dude. Have a good time. Don't about drinking good beers.
Exactly.
Spread the love, dude, about all these great beers.
We are here to drink good beer, and at the moment, we are all out, and we are going to say good night.
Yeah, buddies, I'm out too. This concludes my beer drinking for this evening. it's been a good Friday for Buddy. Even though it's Thursday for everybody else. Tune in. What 2 weeks? We do this every 2 weeks. We're doing this every 2 weeks.
So the last call is going to be every other Thursday. So we won't have an episode Thursday. Next Thursday. The Thursday after that, we'll have one.
More good beer, more good times. Tickets go on sale Saturday, guys. Buy your tickets, buy your bingo cards, support charity, support Mark Amber's bingo.
Check out
for Ed Patnord, for Costa Singaroli.
for our beer of the week.
Yes, beer of the week.
Beer of the week. www.3dudesbrews.com.
Yes, every Friday we will bring you our picks for beer of the week. Take it for what it's worth, folks. But we do our best. Hopefully, we'll introduce you to something new. If not, I mean, hey, and also there's a contact form on there. Drop us a line. Let us know something we need to try, somewhere we need to go.
Right.
Hit us up, let us know, and we'll see what we can do.
Tell your dudes. Tell your dudes.
We've definitely gone over. Our glasses are empty. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's looking at
We're
All
empty.
For Ed Patnord, for Costa Singaroli, his buddy there. It's been 3 Dudes Brews. The last call. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in for what was our episode 7. We're cracking that on Saturday as well, right? So tune into that from
Buttonwoods
Brewery, Providence, Rhode Island. Have a good week, folks.